But damn, this thing is massive. My God, that is just full of meat. Welcome to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Today I want to show you something very unique to Vietnam, to Vietnamese culture, to Ho Chi Minh here, and that is its food. Not all of it, just one particular item. When you think of Vietnam, when you think of Vietnamese culture, Vietnamese food, what is the one thing that comes to your mind? Well, for me, the one thing that comes to my mind always is banh mi. Look at the size of this, it's as big as my head. But while here, I cannot resist the chance of going to get a banh mi. And so today, I want to show you one of the best banh mi's in all of Ho Chi Minh City. It is truly incredible how much they stuffed into it. Now, is it the best banh mi? I don't know. It's got a lot of reviews, it's very pricey, and it's above average of that normal banh mi that you will find at any street food cart along any of the streets here in Ho Chi Minh City. So this place is actually ran by a couple of ladies, I believe. And as you can tell, it's pretty busy already. So we're gonna go over there, we're gonna order, get the banh mi, and take it somewhere to eat, as I think the eating space in there is very small. We'll go somewhere where it's a little bit quieter. Hello, one banh mi, please. Thank you. Secured the banh mi here. It is absolutely massive, so heavy, and I'm ready to dig into it. Actually, the weather is starting to turn. It started to sprinkle and rain a little bit at the shop there, so I kind of waited for it to stop. So quickly, let me tell you if you don't know anything about banh mi. Banh mi is basically the Vietnamese sandwich, right? You have this baguette, it's a French baguette, and then on the baguette, they just put all sorts of stuff depending on what you want. Sometimes it's just veggies, if it's a veggie option. Sometimes it's just roasted pork. Sometimes it's pate. Sometimes there's eggs. But you can have banh mi in so many different ways. And here in the city, in Ho Chi Minh City, there's probably thousands of banh mi vendors. Now, this one that I chose here, I chose it because it was the most recommended online. I've seen it on a lot of blogs when I was reading about where to get the best banh mi. And when I realized that it was, so massive, and also 65,000 dong, I said, oh man, I think that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Why not try it, right? In here, it comes with your veggies separately, so you can dress it how you like. If you don't like cucumber, or you don't like maybe pickled carrot or something like that, you have a glove so you can keep yourself from being too messy. And then the beast is inside. Look at that thing. Absolutely just massive. It weighs a lot. It's like a 2-pound dumbbell. I mean, it doesn't weigh that much, but it's definitely heavy. So we're gonna dress it up and we're gonna jump right into it before it starts pouring, as the sky is really turning. Oh, I lied, here comes the rain. It's freaking pouring now. All right, we gotta duck under some cover and find a better place. I'll tell you what, guys, it started raining so heavy and it wasn't stopping. Here in Vietnam, that's normal. It rains all the time, and sometimes it ruins what you're trying to do, right? What can we do? But here we are. I've come back to the Airbnb where I'm staying to show you this banh mi, because this is just one of the most incredible banh mi's I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like I've already said, it's massive. I mean, look at the size of this. It's as big as my head pretty much, and oh my God, it's gonna be so good. It's still pretty warm, so I'm not worried about it being cold or something like that. We need to unwrap it, and we need to put the condiments on it, as I went to go put the condiments on it, and that's when the rain really came down. Oh man, these veggies smell so good. Jesus, look at this thing, guys. Oh my God. It is absolutely just loaded. The reviews were correct. It's really big. It's good enough for 2 people, maybe 3, depending on who you are. But damn, this thing is massive. I filled it up. It's absolutely stacked, and I don't know how we're gonna bite it. All right, here goes nothing. A $2.67 bite of the most beautiful banh mi out there. Here we go. Wait. How the hell? It's so big. All right, it's massive. I'm gonna squish it down and try to bite it. Wow, Usually when you bite a banh mi, it's all bread in the beginning. I got some meat in the first bite, so that's a good sign there. Wow, upon the first bite, it is like super salty, a little bit of spice. I don't know if that's because I bit into a pepper, but you have, maybe it's the meat, whatever this meat is. I think it's some sort of ham. My God, that is just full of meat. It is truly incredible how much they stuffed into it. Now, obviously, this is just a bigger baguette bread, a bigger banh mi bread than you normally see on the streets, so it is why it is $65,000. Now, $65,000 is not a bad price for this size. I mean, in the United States or somewhere else, this is gonna be like a $10 sandwich. So that is actually a decent price for the amount of meat you get, the amount of ingredients in it, the fame behind it. Wow. All right, we gotta bite this side here because this is where a lot of the, like the pickled onion, the pickled carrot, the cilantro, the peppers. There's also, I believe it's pork floss in there. So it's like the Vietnamese version of beef jerky almost. Here we go. On that bite, I got a little bit of everything. I can taste the pate meat in there. I can taste the ham. I think there's some sort of chicken in there, like chicken meat maybe. I can also taste all the condiments, like the butter I think is in there. I think there's some mayonnaise in there. There might be a little bit of soy sauce because you have a little, like, that little soy salt flavor. And sometimes they put, I think, green onion. Maybe that's a green onion. Or I've also heard sometimes you can find like daikon in there. I don't know what exactly daikon is, but super delicious. Another bite. Every bite is just the biggest mouthful you'll ever have of a banh mi. It's incredible. The bread is super crispy. Look, you can see. Makes some sound when you hit it, right? It's still a little soft. The inside is soft. The outside is a little bit crispy. It's flaking right off. That's a good thing. And then look here. I think this is like that butter, that mayonnaise. Yeah, mixed together. Let me just open it upside down for you guys to show you what it looks like on the other side. As you can see, there's all that other meat. I believe that's some sort of like ham. I don't exactly know what kind of meat is on this because there's just a little bit of everything. There is definitely that pate on there, but it's nice to have a variation of every meat on here. Now in the United States, we have a sandwich that's like a cold cut sandwich where you get a lot of different meats, like the Italian, and that's what this reminds me of. But this is the Vietnamese version, obviously, with the baguette, the French baguette, and it, in my opinion, it's just a different experience. Now, the only thing that would have made this experience much better of eating this banh mi is, of course, being outside in the environment with all the noise around me, which is what I was hoping, but sometimes the rain just ruins everything. But I'm glad I get to have it because this is super good. Every bite is just so powerful. One of those meats in there are super salty. You can really taste it. I feel like I'm really thirsty as I'm eating it. I believe the pate is actually really salty as well. But there is some sort of like spice on there, like pepper, maybe salt, maybe some sort of like oregano or something like that. It's so freaking massive, man. Wow. I just can't believe how big of a banh mi this is. I never imagined that there was actually this big of a banh mi. There probably is one bigger than this actually, but definitely, if you're looking for a really big size banh mi for yourself or to share with others, this is your place. I mean, look at that. It's just stacked with so much. Like, for that price, I mean, it's a bargain, I think. Oh, that was a hot pepper. Wow. All right, let's take a few more bites of this here because I'm definitely not going to eat this whole thing. I'm just really amazed how delicious this banh mi is. Like, so much meat. It's so meaty, it's so thick, it's so rich. I can understand why everyone goes there, why people are going there picking up 10 banh mi's probably to bring them to their friends, bring them to their co-workers. So amazing. Every bite takes like a minute to chew and swallow because it's just so much. All right, last but final bite here. Oh. That's just amazing. Simply amazing. Well, looks like I know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow. This banh mi place might not be the biggest or the best banh mi in Ho Chi Minh City, or in all of Vietnam. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'll let you decide. Although I have only sampled about 10 banh mi's throughout the city, this one is by far the best and most unique in my opinion. This banh mi location is strategically located in District 1. It is easily accessible to foreigners and locals all around Saigon. When you go to the banh mi shop, you will see two sides. The left side is where you order and receive your banh mi. Here you can watch how the banh mi is prepared. From the cutting of the baguette to the paper and rubber band that wraps it up, you will see how such a massive Vietnamese sandwich is put together. To the right side is where the kitchen is. Here the banh mi professionals are prepping the delicious ingredients that fill each sandwich that is sold. You can watch everything, how the bread is baked to how the meat is sliced. This side is where most delivery services go to pick up the online bulk orders. Now this split operation allows the banh mi shop to have a smooth flow, keeping guests from queuing into the road and waiting too long for their biggest banh mi of their lifetime. If you'd like to eat at the location, I'd recommend arriving during non-peak hours as the dining room is small, limited, and fills up very fast. If you are looking for your next banh mi experience with something a little more creative and fulfilling, this is your spot.